Respect family, guys, thank you for choosing me today. Today is about ECOWAS, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. There's a new development. Since the withdrawal request of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso from ECOWAS have not accepted their withdrawal. It has been back and forth trying to bring them on board. And right now what is happening is that ECOWAS line up 3 solid steps according to the revised treaty of ECOWAS in approving the withdrawal of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. And we are going to break down all these 3 steps. And now another thing also is that Mali also give a disturbing reply to ECOWAS in finally attempting to accept their withdrawal. And since ECOWAS initiated this, 3 people actually replied to ECOWAS: the leader of Mali, the vice president of the bloc for recovery and development of Mali, and the leader of Burkina Faso. We are going to get into it. A solid and clean reply to ECOWAS. And there is a solid fear of ECOWAS, the bloc ECOWAS breaking down into pieces. And the reply of the Vice for Recovery and Development of Mali actually confirmed this. The most interesting part of the entire story is Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, now sounding worried. And it will surprise you why Tinubu is worried. And before we get into the entire story, kindly consider clicking the like button and subscribe in case you have not yet subscribed to the channel. Now, on December 15th, 2024, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has finally approved the withdrawal of Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso from the regional bloc of ECOWAS. The announcement came at the 66th Ordinary Summit of the ECOWAS Authority of Head of State and Government, where ECOWAS Commission President Dr. Omar delivered the declaration. Dr. Omar confirmed that the 3 nations will cease to be members on January 29, 2025, in line with Article 91 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty. Quoting ECOWAS statement, Dr. Omar presented the following statement. In quote, the authority takes note of the notification by Burkina Faso, the Republic of Mali, and the Republic of Niger of their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS. The authority acknowledged that in accordance with the provision of Article 91 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty, the 3 countries will officially cease to be members of ECOWAS from 29th January 2025. The authority decided to set the period from 29th January 2025 to 29th July 2025 as a transitional period to keep ECOWAS doors open to the 3 countries during the transitional period. This simply means that 6-month period is being set as the transitional period for the 3 nations to reconsider their decisions. So ECOWAS door is going to open to 6 months as a period of waiting to see if Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger will reconsider their decisions. I think these guys are dreaming. Now let's move forward with the quote. In this regard, the authority extends the mandate of President Gnassingbé of Togo and President Faye of Senegal to continue their mediation role up to the end of the transition period to bring the 3 member countries back to ECOWAS. So from now till July, ECOWAS is giving the mandate to Faye Gnassingbé and the President of Senegal to continue persuading the 3 nations to see if they can bring them back into the bloc before the door closes in July. Because by July, that is going to be the end of negotiation or persuasion. Let's finish with the last quote. Without prejudice, for the spirit of opening, the authority directs the president of the commission to launch a withdrawal formality after the deadline of 29th January 2025 and to draw up a contingency plan covering various areas. The authority directs the Council of Ministers to convene an extraordinary session during the 2nd quarter of 2025 to consider and adopt both separation modalities and the contingency plan covering political and economic relations between ECOWAS and the Republic of Niger, the Republic of Mali, and Burkina Faso. End of quote. Now, following ECOWAS approval of the withdrawal of Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso from the regional bloc, the leaders of these 3 countries have made statements regarding this decision that ECOWAS is now taking. Mali's President Assimi Goïta emphasized the intention to maintain good relations with ECOWAS despite the withdrawal. He stated that the right of ECOWAS citizens to enter, circulate, reside, establish, and leave the territory of the new bloc AES will be maintained. Now, similarly, Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traoré also expressed a desire to preserve positive relations with ECOWAS. He noted that the country will continue to honor its commitment to the regional bloc, even as it moves forward with withdrawal process which is being initiated right now. Now, the vice of the bloc of recovery and development of Mali gave a smooth reply to ECOWAS after this decision made by ECOWAS on 15 December, and he linked his statement or the reply to the emergence of Alliance of Sahel State (AES). While ECOWAS is struggling with the withdrawal, the Alliance of Sahel States (AES) formed by Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso is now emerging as a strong alternative for regional cooperation. The Malian vice, in replying the decision of ECOWAS, he described this development of AES as a positive deviation, an unexpected shift that challenges the status quo. The vice actually issued a warning. The vice warned that now that ECOWAS is being perceived as a powerless bloc, this might encourage other nations to question their membership or disregard ECOWAS protocols. He emphasized that the AES bold move has amazed and encouraged other countries who are patiently observing this useless ECOWAS bloc, and these countries may be inspired to follow the path of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. And this is a fact. I believe there are a lot of people who are in the pipeline waiting for opportunity to move out of these useless ECOWAS blocks, because the bloc is now being used as a tool against West Africa. It is not benefiting us, and a lot of people are actually tired of it and they don't know how to move out of it. Now that Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso have shown the way, they have been able to come out even after trying to go after them, the effort to go after them through ECOWAS-led invasion, which has failed. Other nations will surely consider moving out of this useless bloc. Now, addressing the security and mediation effort of the AES, he made it clear that the AES has focused heavily on addressing security challenges in the region. He praised the AES coalition for making massive and unimaginable efforts to combat terrorism and provide a strong response to jihadist threat, something ECOWAS together with foreign military bases failed to do for decades. Now, on the other hand, Tinubu is worried about the fact that the citizens of these nations are ruled without constitution, and he still maintained that ECOWAS will uphold its stance against unconstitutional government while leaving room for dialogue and reconciliation. Although they are against unconstitutional rule, there is a room for dialogue and reconciliation. Now, ECOWAS has laid out a clear three-path during the transitional phases. Number 1, the launch of formal withdrawal procedure after January 29, 2025. Number 2, develop a contingency plan to manage political and economic relations with the three nations. And number 3, convene an extraordinary session of the Council of Ministers in mid-2025 to finalize separation terms. And in all these things till the deadline, the bloc ECOWAS has extended the mandate of President Faure Gnassingbé, a guy who is a puppet and has failed his nation starting from his father, and President Faye Bassirou of Senegal, to continue mediation effort aimed at bringing the three nations back to ECOWAS. The fact of the matter is that you and I know that Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, they have moved. They will never consider rejoining this useless ECOWAS bloc. And so these ECOWAS old men are just dreaming and hoping in vain. This organization is good for nothing. They cannot do anything on its own. This is economic community of West African states which is not economically free. Being in ECOWAS is equal to being in economic chain. So it is better to free yourself. So guys, these are the new development happening between ECOWAS, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. What do you think about it? Let's meet in the comment section for discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated. Respect.